the deal, man? It's your boy Malk, and you're on Malk TV, and you're watching Smokey Soles Podcast, and it's the first guest ever on the new podcast. Same channel, but different podcast. Got my boy, entrepreneur, sneakerhead, dad, and that's when I need a real nigga I fuck with. My nigga WillyJPeso, bro.
What up, though, bro?
Appreciate you, man. Man, it's been a minute. I've been procrastinating, but I definitely waited it out with the right person. My dog, a real nigga.
Appreciate
a genuine person, or whatever. And we about to get into some kicks. The main topic today is shoes. See what we doing though? We stay smoking.
Yes, sir.
I want to make that the first thing before we get into shoes for real.
Yeah.
Is who, if somebody walked up to you and just asked who is WillyJPeso, what would be the best description?
The best description for WillyJPeso. WillyJPeso is a man that advocates for cannabis, represents Detroit, Michigan, provides, protects his family, and it's building a legacy with his entrepreneurship and his talent in music.
I like that. Yeah. I like the first one. So let's go right into it, the cannabis.
Yeah.
Let's, just from the beginning, I was watching other people's podcasts ask a little bit, so I'm gonna ask the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So what made you get into cannabis, then what made you make your own strain?
So what made me get into cannabis was looking for an industry that would be a long-term benefit, where I could get in on the ground floor. That's what made me want to be a part of the cannabis industry, because as I became an adult, the rules and regulations on cannabis started to change
dramatically.
So, dramatically, like, you know, from when my father and my older brother saw cannabis during their, you know, early days, it's completely different from the way I get to experience cannabis living in Michigan alone. But then, you knowing that there are 30 plus states that have changed the way they view cannabis, I think it was time for me to be a part of that early so I can grow along with it.
And that was it. That was key, because a lot of people be trying to say like, oh, it's too late. It's all these names.
It's never too late. It's the beginning. We in the infant stage, like
literally.
Very, very humble beginnings. I've been in a part of the industry for like 10 years now, and I still feel like it's so far to go. So many things has changed in these last 10 years, but it's so far to go in this cannabis industry, and just the way America and the world views cannabis and the way it should be sold and the way it should be used. And I think it's a bright future. I'm optimistic, and I think it's going to be very beneficial for the culture.
I think it is, and it already is, because it's way more friendlier. Like you said, from your pops era to now, it's way friendlier, to the point certain states let you smoke outside.
For sure.
In public.
Yeah.
You just have to hide the smoke so you won't get arrested and get all the
You can go to a legal dispensary and get cannabis now. You know what I'm saying? Get your weed straight out the store now. You can buy weed on the internet.
Delta 8?
I mean, technically yes for that, but I mean, if you go, you can get a delivery. You can buy you get a delivery from a dispensary online. And weed, you go through Weed Maps for sure. But that's the hemp. So the Delta 9 is the hemp, and they sell that online, and they sell that in stores too. Like all stores, you go to Walmart and probably get some Delta 9. Like, for real.
That's crazy. I didn't know that was out here like that. Everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's everywhere.
Really gonna hit the gas station.
Yeah, they really be at the gas stations with the hemp, because that hemp bill passed. You know, the Farmers Act that allowed, you know, for hemp to be legal and produced. So that's another industry connected to the cannabis industry, but the hemp industry is a large industry that, you know, I would love to do a lot more work in the future with hemp clothes, hemp fuel. You know, it's crazy. And you asked me a second question, what made me make my own strand or brand? Well, my own brand came from just wanting to be in every store. I wanted to give out something tangible to people, and I wanted to be able to be sold everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So that I can get those financial gains and provide for my family.
See your name everywhere.
And see my name everywhere. You know, as a musician, you know, you always want to see your name in bright lights. You always want to be on a stage in front of millions or many people. We don't never want to put a number on it. It's just many people can see what's possible. I believe that not only through the power of music, but through the power of product, you know, this get like clothes or cannabis, shit, water bottles, beverages, food, like those things that people consume every day. I just want to have my name associated with each and every one of them in some type of way.
They even got weed wine.
They got weed wine. They got weed wine. Yeah.
They got weed some of everything. So
weed or something there.
What's a funny story you remember being high as hell?
A funny story, I remember being high as hell. So I think the first time I took dabs, I was like one of the big people up at Weed Maps. And we was at this spot called the Dab House. And my homie, they got convinced me to try a dab.
That shit.
And I got hit with a ninja dab. So when they hit me with the first one, they hit me with another one right back. And I took the dab, but I was so high when I left. I probably did 20 miles an hour up the lodge.
So you going slow, you thought you was going fast?
No, it was raining, man. And I'm like, I gotta get there. So don't dab and drive. Don't dab and drive. I'm not saying to do that, but that shit was funny. We got where we was going safely, but all the homies was like, bro, you was so stoned and you was moving so slow. I'm like, look, we gonna get there though.
That shit, I had a dab, bro. That shit different. I ain't gonna
Dabs
lie.
are different.
Just in the fact that how you started up to smoke it, the whole startup is
you gotta know what you're doing when it comes to the dabs. Don't just jump off the porch and think you can smoke with the big dog.
Yeah. So, do you think that cannabis help you or gave you more confidence in your music as well?
For sure. Yeah, it kind of opens up like another wavelength in my mind when I'm being creative. It lets me, you know, kind of slow down my nerves so that I can think clearly. I can, you know,
Won't be rushing.
I'm not rushing. You know, sometimes people get real anxious, my anxiety, when you're working under pressure because you want to give the best performance. Right. The cannabis sometimes, most of the time for me, helps and allows me to calm down, allows me to take my time, you know what I'm saying, and just execute.
Change the bar here.
Change the bar here, you know what I'm saying? I might hear some sounds a little differently. And after smoking a joint, after I put the music down, you know what I'm saying, getting out the run, it just changes the vibe. And like you were saying, it's peaceful. It's calming. It's calming, you know.
It's definitely, that's what, it's like they say smoking is almost kind of a meditation form. From the breathing to the preparing, it's all a calm situation. Then you get smooth and chill and get high.
Yeah, for sure.
That shit definitely. So
for sure.
Let's dive into the kicks real quick. What you got on right now?
I got the reverse lane.
The reverse lane.
Yeah. I got blessed with a 12 and a half and a reverse lane.
Hard to find them.
Hard to find. You know what I'm saying? They don't really put out too many of them. So I went and I got the reverse lanes. You know, because I like the blue with the maize. It reminds me of Michigan.
Yeah.
You know, University of Michigan. So,
Michigan.
You know, some people call them are these the March or the Barks?
Probably the Barks.
These the Barks.
They got a little red on the tongue.
Yeah. So I like that. I like that. And then it matched very well with my Stone Like Willie brand. You know what I'm saying? I like the blues and I like the golds.
That's hard.
Yeah.
You ain't right with the brand too already.
For sure.
That's hard. Is Jordan 1s one of your
Jordan 1s is in my top 3.
Top 3.
My top 3. My favorite retro Jordan is the number 4. Yeah, the bread fours. That's my
favorite colorway and everything.
Yeah, favorite colorway.
The OGs or the one that just came out?
The OGs. I had, well, yeah, the 2012 is my favorite Jordan bread.
OG.
I was born, I think 2 months after. My favorite colorway is the bread OGs, but I had the 2012. I was born the same year that he released